Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgie, and this is CYPECORE. Before we get to that though, yes, hello, I'm back. My hearing has returned, which is certainly a useful thing, if nothing else, which is good. So, having been away for 2 weeks, there's going to be a big tale here, because of course we like tales. Sorry, CYPECORE, we'll get to you. So having been off for 2 weeks, I come and plug in my equipment and things and set it up, and it's like, okay, let's get back on the horse. And then immediately my computer absolutely refused to recognize my microphone just out of the blue. Completely didn't work. I didn't know if it was the microphone or the cable or whether it was a driver in my PC or any of that. Kind of fitting for CYPECORE this. I had technology issues, right? And bear in mind, I've had a pretty bad 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks of just different stuff going on. Nothing major, but just, you've gone through like a patch where you've not been and you come down to sit down and do the do, and it immediately fails on you. I think life is trying to kill me. Well, life is trying to kill us all. But anyway, so luckily, my son does stuff with video and things and happens to not be in the house at the moment, so I stole his cable and it all came back to life, which is nice. And it's just one of these stupid cables, like you have on a printer. I mean, this isn't it, because this is only that long, which is no good to me, but luckily he had one, so I stole his, and hey, it sprung back into life. What's the chances of a cable failing on you randomly? That's not important right now. This is CYPECORE. Band from Germany, I believe. I've done CYPECORE before, back in 2018, and they kind of made a big splash with a song called The Alliance, and it was all over the internet, and I thought, I should check this out, and I saw that people liked it and stuff, and then I listened to it, and I didn't dislike it, but I was just like, it's all right, and I hate feeling like that. I hate having to kind of, it's my opinion, so I have to give what my opinion is. And then the band contacted me and said, because in the video I was kind of going, and I was like squirming around because I didn't want to say bad things, but I wasn't like super impressed. And then the band contacted me, were really nice, and said, never be kind of shy about giving your opinion, always tell the truth. And I was like, oh, good, because I'm not here to upset people. This isn't like, I'm not here to shock people or anything. So I saw this song come up, brand new song from CYPECORE. It's called Spirals. As far as I can tell, it is not on an album. Maybe it's going to be on a forthcoming album, but that's not. I couldn't see any mention of that. I'm pretty sure that's the cover of the single. Again, I am not 100%, but that was it looked like it was. So I thought, CYPECORE, they're still going good. I love all of the aesthetic of them. They got all this sort of futuristic. It's like future steampunk. Does that even make sense? So they got all that going on. I love the whole concept of it and everything. So I have not heard this. So if I don't like it, I am going to have to say I don't like it again. But here we are. They were so nice. In fact, they messaged me. Do people remember back in the old days when the world was black and white and you could message people over YouTube? Do you remember that? You used to be able to message people directly over YouTube. So that was how they contacted me back in 2018 on YouTube's messaging system, and it was really useful. So if you folks out there wanted to send me a direct message, you could over YouTube, telling me to stop making videos or whatever. And then YouTube just took it away, saying, oh yeah, we don't think anyone was using it. I'm struggling to believe that is the real reason, to be honest. And with Twitter about to probably go, or at least I'm probably about to go off Twitter. Just not that I tweet that much, but I'm not comfortable with Twitter at the moment, I must admit. So with that about to go, it's actually getting harder and harder to stay in contact with people. And the only tiny reason, I know this has been a bit of a rant, the only tiny reason I can see for staying on Twitter is it's the easiest direct communication between me and anyone who watches the channel and wants to contact me. because after that we're down to email, aren't we? Or I get on some other social media site, but that means that everyone else has to get on that social media site, anyone who wants to contact me. So that's its only purpose as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not comfortable with Twitter right now. It's nothing to do with politics, it's just to do with humanity. CYPECORE. Let's move on quickly. So here we go. Let's just play the damn song. And I really, it's one of those things that I really want to be good. It's a good 5.5 minutes long. So the trouble I had with the one in 2018 was that I found the song to be quite repetitive and sort of a simple song, quite dressed up in all of the sort of the visuals and all of that sort of thing. But the song itself, which is what I think about mostly, because that's what I'm going to hear when I'm not watching the video, you know, if you go and buy the album, it was a bit repetitive and simple. It was my main issue. Well, let's see. Well, it's always a good sign when the song ends and you go, "Oh, I wanted that to carry on," you know. I know I kept trying to pigeonhole it because that's what people like me do. So I ended up with melodic deathcore, with probably elements of other things in there as well. Because it had a little bit of core, and then there was definitely the melodic death, wasn't there as well? But they've also got on top some quite. I've definitely got my top end back, which is what was missing out of my hearing the last couple of weeks. Because right at the beginning, I thought, "Oh, that's a bit sharp," but it settled down. Then it was something about the intro. It was almost like. But that's an aside. That's just me thinking, "Oh, good, I can hear things like that now again." I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. I can't remember. I was saying earlier that I wasn't that keen on their last song. It's not I didn't like it. I just wasn't like, yay. But I can't actually really remember that song. I just remember what I said about it. Whereas this song, I won't be saying that because I found this to be really a good song and one that's very, very listenable. I'd be quite happy if this came on randomly on my iPod, just, hey, oh, it's that great CYPECORE song. So I hope there's an album off the back of it. I've got an inkling, and I'm not certain that CYPECORE is a band put together by musicians as a side project. I'm not sure. I didn't look into it. You know me, I don't do research. But I think I read something somewhere that CYPECORE is like a side project. So I hope there's an album on the back of this. I probably should have listened to the last album, but that's the problem with hearing a song and you go, it doesn't make you rush out and buy and check out the whole album, does it? So, but this one, yeah, I really like that. I can see me singing along, to the clean bits only, obviously. Yeah, it's quite sort of. Yeah, it was a bit exciting, and I quite like my melodic death metal. So those elements combined with that production, the drum line sticks out, and I think really kept the song. Kept the song in a certain genre rather than it drifting into because some of it's very light in its tone, but the drummer's still playing his his machine gun drums in the background, so it kind of stopped it from going over into a different genre, almost a lighter genre in my opinion. So yeah, good one, production and drummer obviously for making that happen. Great dedication to their image, because at no point do you kind of feel like you're just watching a band pretending to be something, like, oh, let's pretend to be steampunk or whatever. These guys, you kind of it's almost like, ooh, I don't know what was going on, of course, or anything like that. Just a lot of cool visuals, isn't it? But maybe I should have read the words. Nah. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm just wittering now. I've had a few weeks off, so I need to let out all of these words that I've had dammed up. Let me know what you think. I really enjoyed it, and I can see why people like them. Maybe I was just having an off day last time. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.